Welcome to Yankee Stadium.
They win the final game 5-2 to remain the baseball champions of the world. The Yankees, with this 9-0 crusher, have won their 17th World Series. The Yankees again are world champions. The Yankees win their 21st World Series.
The Yankees are champions of baseball. Ball game over. World Series over. Yankees win. The Yankees win. The Yankees are back on top. World champions for the 27th time.
Welcome back, Yankee fan. This is episode 121 of the Chase for 28 podcast. And 7 games into the season, the chase looks good. My name is Chris, and I am joined by the Podcast Padre. What is up, Padre?
Isn't this just like last year?
It's like the last 10 years.
Off to the hot start.
Yeah.
First place.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden, hey, look, it's July. Yeah. Let's face it. They're hot now. They've been hot in the beginning of the season almost every year. It doesn't matter. You're going to go through a slump. We know they're going to go through a slump. We're hoping it's not as bad as last year. It boils down to being hot at the end of the season. Have everything going. You know the rosters. Everything looks beautiful now. It's roses. It's fairies dancing in the air. But you know the roster is going to change somewhere along the line, mid-season. You know what happens when Cole comes back and Rodon comes back. You know, everybody's pitching well now, but those two come back. Somebody's got to go to the bullpen. Something's going to happen. So you know the roster is going to change. We know things are going to happen. I guess we just, like the past few seasons, just sit back and enjoy this.
That's right. As much as Yankee fans, we want to say it's our God-given birthright to win World Series. The only thing we're really entitled to is being entertained for the summer.
Yeah.
Will the Yankees make the playoffs? We sit here on April 3rd. By the way, yes, it's finally April. Yeah, odds are Yankees are going to be a playoff team this year. Then it's a roll of the dice. It's a crapshoot if they can actually go out and win a World Series, being hot at that right time of year.
Everybody knows that they're a playoff team. Unless all the wheels fall off the wagon, they're a playoff team. It's just what's going to happen when the playoffs come. We got a long way to go.
Right. What happens between now and the end of the season. But the only thing we need to be concerned with is the last week and what is coming up next week, because we don't get too excited and we also don't get too down. We try and keep things in perspective here on the Chase for 28. Speaking of perspective, Padre, let's go to our trivia question from last episode, which was, which New York Yankees pitcher threw a perfect game during the 1998 season? What some call the best Yankee team of all time, what some people call the best team of all time in all of baseball, the 1998 Yankees.
Yep.
Certainly a special season. So, who threw a perfect game in 1998? I'll go to the texts first, and we go over to Alex, who, real quick, he's married to his lovely wife, Stephanie, who also listens to the podcast, and she is having a birthday celebration around now. So I want to give a special birthday shout out to Stephanie. Thank you for listening and putting up with us on the podcast.
Could I call you out on some logic that you just said?
Go on.
You said he's married to his wife. Who else would he be married to?
I said his lovely wife.
But he's married.
Not everybody's married to a lovely wife. Let's be honest.
Go ahead. Keep moving. Go ahead.
So let's see. Alex says, I'm pretty sure it's David Cohn, but I can't remember if that was my senior year of high school or my freshman year of college. Oh, well. Got to be honest, Alex, whether you were in high school or college doesn't factor into the answer of the question.
Well, he was only off by a year.
True. It was not David Cohn, Alex. Sorry.
Well,
he threw a perfect game in 1999.
Against? Do you remember? Oh, my God.
The Expos.
Good. Okay, you got that one. Okay.
The Expos. Yes.
Who caught the last out?
The catcher.
No.
Oh, no. It was a fly ball.
Yep.
To O'Neill?
No.
No.
Nope.
Brocious.
Brocious. O'Neill was the one who caught the answer to the trivia question.
And the answer is
Hold on.
Hold on.
I got the text from the Cuisini.
Podcast Cuisini checking in.
Cuisini checked in, and he said it was David Wells.
Boomer.
The Boomer. Ding, 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 ding. Cuisini got one right.
All right.
It was against the Minnesota Twins, and Paul O'Neill did catch the last out in right field.
The Twinkies. And I believe as legend has it, David Wells was hung over for a majority of that game.
Might have been a few other games, too.
Yeah. That also wasn't the game where he wore the Babe Ruth hat, was it?
No, I was at that game where he had bought Babe Ruth's old Yankee hat, and he wore it, and that hat basically was illegal. The style had changed. But he walked out and he started pitching with Babe Ruth's hat on. I wouldn't have made him take
Go look
it
at the
off.
highlights.
I'd be like,
YouTube.
go ahead, play with it.
Joe Torre, very much all business. Yeah.
All right.
Well, that's American baseball for you. It's not very fun. So yeah, thank you to the Cuisini. Thank you to Alex. And again, if you want to get your guesses on the trivia, if you know me or the Padre, you can text us. You listen, text us your answers. If you have no idea what our phone numbers are, go to chasefor28.com/voicemail or send us an email, feedback@chasefor28.com. All right, let's set the stage for where the Yankees are here a week into the 2026 season. So since our last episode, the Yankees swept the Giants 3-0, 3-1. We saw the opening night 7-0 win, so nice sweep of the Giants. They take 2 out of 3 from the Mariners. They lost their first game of the season on Monday 2-1 on a walk-off hit by MVP runner-up Cal Raleigh. Came off the bench, hit the game-winning hit. And then the Yankees go on to also then win that third game 5-3. Everything looks good. And today was the home opener. Baseball in the Bronx, always a fun time. What are your thoughts on the last week?
What's the matter with them? They lost the game. I think I said the same exact thing last year around, at this point. Like, everything's going fine. I mean, in preseason, everybody was talking about, even though we didn't have Cole and Rodon being ready for the beginning of the season, the starting pitching looked good. They only needed 4 starters. They've all done fantastic. Heel is sitting there in Florida. I think he pitches. I think his first game is going to be next Saturday, I think they said, against Tampa. The bullpen's doing fine. They're coming in. They're shutting the door.
Well,
everything is fine. I mean, Bednar gave us a little agita on the last game in Seattle, but he got through it, and everything is fine. Nobody except my man Giancarlo. Don't save that soundbite. I mean, up to today, he was batting .500. I think he was 3rd in the American League in hitting. That's not going to last that long. Nobody has.
I mean, now he's only batting .400.
Oh, that's because they rested him. But I mean, if you look at it, I was watching today's game. As they all come up, they all got batting averages like 1 something. Very few of them have a decent batting average. I think Rice has 1, and that's everybody else is batting 1 something. But the thing is, they're putting the hits together in the right place. So a little bit of clutch hitting. Judge has 5 hits for the season. I mean, 3 of them are home runs. Timely hitting.
Yep, 6 RBIs. 2 walks, 12 strikeouts. He's batting $185.
Now, by chance,
Mr. 50-50.
Did you see his home run today?
Go ahead.
Did you see his home run?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if it came down yet.
No, that was quite the shot.
It's amazing.
And it's weird because it's I watched that at bat, and I forget who was pitching, but the pitch before, no, that was later in the game. I'm sorry. Never mind. I was thinking of Ben Rice's home run.
Right. He hit the foul one, and then he hit the fair one. No, but it's amazing that Judge so many times with the angle, as soon as he hits it, it's like, it's going God knows where. You just say like, oh my God, he really hit that one. And there's not many people you say that when you're watching a Major League Baseball game. Yeah.
These no doubt about it guys. And Judge is certainly one of them.
Yeah.
If not, it's going to put a dent in the wall.
Yeah, that went up a lot in the not even like the front of the second deck. That went quite a few rows back. I didn't catch the distance on it though, but that was a 400 something foot shot.
He's a powerful man.
Yep.
Very, very powerful.
Yep.
But sticking with the pitching, pitching is what's going to carry this team, right?
Yeah.
Because I think over the course of a season, consistent pitching is easier to maintain than consistent hitting. I think hitters are more likely to go into slumps than pitchers that are going to slump and not perform when they're on the mound. Yeah. Will a pitcher have a bad start here and there? Yes.
Yeah, it's going to happen.
But
yep.
Yeah, you're not going to have, Max Fried, again, is certainly earning every dollar of his contract through his first 2 starts of the season, looking dominant. Cam Schlittler looks fantastic.
It's ridiculous. What, like I said last week after his first game, he's got all his, it's not just throwing a fastball by people. He's got all his pitches working. It's like all of it. He's 25 and like all of a sudden he found it. He's got it.
And you know what? I saw some things going around on social media. So there's a pitcher in Major League Baseball that Yankee fans covet. The Yankees, there's rumors they attempted to trade for this pitcher last year, in which Cam Schlittler would have been a part of said deal.
Yeah.
And of course, we're talking about Paul Skeens of the Pittsburgh Pirates. Yeah. And got a little graphic here. Through their first 18 starts, including the postseason. So Paul Skeens versus Cam Schlittler through their first 18 career starts. Okay?
Yeah.
Paul Skeens, 8 wins. Cam Schlittler, 7. ERA, Skeens, 2.23. Schlittler, 2.36. WHIP, Skeens, 0.95. Schlittler, 1.06. Strikeouts per 9 innings, Skeens, 11.2. Schlittler, 10.3. Home runs per 9 inning, Skeens, 0.8. Schlittler, 0.7.
Yeah, I saw the same graphic. It's like he's right there with him.
Yeah. So that postseason start certainly doesn't look like a flash in the pan. And I think somebody like Cam Schlittler is going to benefit greatly from the veteran pitchers around him. Yeah. I think having Garrett Cole as a teammate, for example, has certainly benefited him.
Oh.
And I think there are shades of Garrett Cole in what Schlittler is doing on the mound.
Yeah.
Early in his career.
Because he's showing he's not just a thrower.
He's not just a power pitcher, right?
He's a pitcher. He can spot it, and he's doing fantastic. And you're right. Cole is like having another pitching coach on the team. And they showed him. He was there today. And, I saw an interview with him, and, he was talking about what he's doing. But he's there. So, he's in the dugout. He's talking to these people. So.
Real quick, I got to throw this in here only because baseball is supposed to be fun. Are you talking about his conversation with Meredith Marakovich on the field?
Yeah.
When they cut to him?
Yeah.
I felt bad because, I don't know if you realize this, but Garrett Cole very much sounds like Kermit the Frog.
Oh, leave him alone. Be quiet.
Well, and then I put an image out on social media that looks like a cartoon of Meredith Marakovich talking to Kermit the Frog in a Yankee uniform.
Oh, I hope you get blasted. Everybody, send it to him. Just tear him apart.
Here, go ahead. You be Meredith and ask me a question. I'll be Garrett Cole. Go ahead.
No,
go ahead.
I'm not. I refuse.
Come on.
I've heard you do this, and I'm sick of it.
Come on.
No.
Please.
No, you're full of yourself. Go do another podcast.
Please.
Yeah, new podcast next week. Instead of talking about the Yankees, I'm going to imitate Kermit the Frog. Yeah, go ahead. Get out of here.
Thanks for talking to me,
Get out of here. I'm going to shout over you. Get out.
All right, we have thank you to SeatGeek. Hi ho.
Yeah. I want everybody to know.
Yankees.
He's bald. He's bald. His head looks like an egg.
All right.
God, go ahead, pat yourself on the back now that you did that.
I am going to pat myself on the back because I got a big announcement to share at the end of this episode that people are going to want to tune in for.
Yeah. Remember, to the wrestling fans out there, pat yourself on the back. It's 6 inches from a kick in the you-know-what.
Better to pat myself in the back than wait to get hit with a chair. All right. Yankee hitting. Let's talk about your favorite Yankee, Giancarlo Stanton. I'm very happy.
Yeah. Well, again, he's hot. We know when he's hot. He hits the ball all over. He could hit it 400 feet in any direction. Line drives, 120 miles an hour. He gets a piece of it, and, he's hot. And we all know when he's in a slump, oh, God, I don't want to watch it.
That's true.
But
it feels good now.
Now it feels good, so you sit back and you enjoy it. And tomorrow we could sit there and watch him. Probably, I mean, tomorrow may be the day where he swings the balls bouncing in the left-hander's batter's box. But hopefully,
Why you got to do that?
because
Why you got to be like that?
look who's talking, Kermit. It's the man's history. If he goes through the season and he never goes through that kind of slump where for like 2 weeks it's like, oh my God, how did this man ever get to the major leagues? If it doesn't happen this season, then fine. It's an aberration. This season's an outlier. But you just got to go by what we've seen ever since he's been here when he does play. And he's running faster. Do you notice?
Yeah, he is running.
Yeah, they've been some. I mean, they've thrown him out on some ground balls, and I'm like, gee, it used to be he wasn't in the frame of the camera. Now all of a sudden he's there.
He's laid out some doubles.
Yeah. So just keep stretching them quads.
He doesn't have a stolen base. He hasn't been caught stealing either.
There's one for you. There's a trivia question. When was the last time he had a stolen base?
Hit the Googles, people. Hit the Googles.
Yeah, let somebody else find it.
All right. Somebody who's playing well, that is a little bit more realistic that they might be able to sustain it. And I want to give a shout out to Ben Rice.
Yes.
Batting .409, 6 games played, 22 at bats. He's scored 7 runs, 9 hits, 4 doubles, 2 home runs, 8 RBIs, 4 walks to 6 strikeouts. Guys hitting.
Yes.
And again, we talked about this in our season preview. We talked about it over the course of 2025. All he did in 2025 was get better offensively as the season went along. And now here we are at the start of a new season. He had a decent spring training.
Yeah.
Games count now. And he is performing. He also looks good defensively, playing first base.
Yeah.
So again, I know you're going to come back with me to say it all looks good now.
No,
but he's a young player. It's not like
I see more
we have a history
with him.
Yeah.
He's younger. He's in shape. And I believe he struck out his first 2 at bats today. So you figure like, sometimes like a young player is going to get down on himself.
Well, no, he struck out 3 times today.
3 times. And then he came back, gets the home run and the double. He almost had a second home run. So he didn't get down on himself. He stayed there and had a good day.
Yeah. I mean, striking out 3 times. And then even if he just had the home run, that's a nice way to end the day. Right. And he didn't look foolish in his 3 strikeouts. I mean, struck out. It happens. Right.
Yep.
Speaking of strikeouts, not pitching, although certainly this is a part of it. What are your thoughts a week into the season on the ABS?
It's like it was invented by the Yankees.
What do you mean?
They're all over it. What, the other day, how many successful challenges they had, the batters?
Yeah, they were like 11 out of 12 against the Mariners.
Yeah, I mean, today there were a couple of bad ones where they challenged it, and I'm watching it on TV, and I'm like, that's a strike. What are you challenging it for? And it came back that the batters were wrong. But as I think it was David Cohn said, they just, you can't let that get you down. Don't think like, I got my last call wrong, and I'm not going to challenge anymore. Just keep doing it. Because for the most part, they've been right. So just keep going with it. I think it just shows us that this is.
And I gotta say,
it's the way of the future. It's going to be the electronic strike.
Yeah,
ball.
Definitely the way of the future. But it just goes to show you how well a lot of these batters know the strike zone.
And even on some of the ones
and you know
where
what?
they miss,
I don't get
it's by like an eighth of an inch, a tenth of an inch. I mean, it's right there. So.
And it goes the other way too, right? So you can't really get down on umpires that are missing calls when, they're calling the ball, they're calling a strike and it's a tenth of an inch off the plate for a ball, right?
Yeah.
Now, I don't know how well you're keeping up with this, but there are some umpires that had a really rough week this week.
Yeah, I heard them make mention.
Want to give that shout out to CB Buckner. Oh my God. I mean, you got him. I mean, he was missing balls right down the middle. He had the egregious play, whatever game he was in, where he called a guy out at first base because he didn't touch first base, and replay showed that the guy stepped right in the middle of the bag, and all the 2 managers could do was laugh at each other, and they challenged it. And it's just like, then they show the replay. He wasn't even looking at the guy touching. He was like looking at home. It was just basically, I'd seen something on social media that said, after 2025, CB Buckner is going to go away.
Well, hopefully when they use this and they rate the umpires, like what, calls that you made that were challenged, like things you got wrong. If you got it wrong and it was by 0.1, 0.2 of an inch, you're not going to hold that against somebody. But if it's like, it was 3 inches outside and you called it a strike and the batter challenged you, they're going to have some criteria where, if it's within this margin, fine, anybody could have made it. But if you're like, oh, it was way out there and you're calling it a strike and you're missing the call, we're going to put that on your scorecard.
You know what I would like to see it evolve into? I mean, I still think there's always going to be a need to have a human being at home plate, right?
Yeah.
But for the balls and strikes piece of it, I would like it to be completely automated with no need to challenge, where the technology is just used to call the balls and strikes.
Well, they said...
So there is no need to challenge.
No, but they said they're going to keep an umpire there in case something happens with the system. All right. Oh, the system's not working for some reason. We need the umpire now to go back to making the calls. So there'll always be somebody back there. But today they made mention of expanding the system for check swings. Did you?
You know what?
Did you go far enough?
I'm down for that.
Yeah, they'll have something there where if the bat, I think the only thing, I wasn't really paying attention at the moment, but it sounded like if your bat passes, like if you're a right-handed batter and your bat goes like up past like the first baseline, something to that effect. I forgot who said it, Girardi or Cone. Like maybe that would be the point where if your bat goes past that angle, it would be called a strike. And then I don't know. The other announcer said, well, maybe they would do it another way. But I could see that coming now for check swings, because they did one today where it was, I forgot which Yankee was up. It was a lefty, and they asked the third base umpire. The Marlins asked the third base umpire, did he swing? And the guy said no. And they showed it on the replay from the side, and I looked at it and I said, he sure as hell did swing. That bat went past the front of the plate.
Yeah, and the replay is always on check swings is always inaccurate because we're getting an off to the side angle, and that's not the same view that the first or third base umpire is using. That they don't have the same vantage point.
Yeah.
I really think it should be more about, did you actually attempt to hit the pitch? Because some guys, like, they're pulling their swing back, and yeah, the bat goes too far, but they're not actually attempting to hit the ball.
It's not an attempt. It's like the pitch is inside, and they're backing away and they're swinging, and the bat goes too far, and they say, oh, that's an attempt. No, it's not. You're trying to get out of the way of the ball.
Right. That would be like if you got brushed back by a pitch, but if you were to spin towards the pitcher and your bat stays vertical and goes, quote unquote, through the zone, you're getting nailed with the swing.
Yeah. Well, they'll figure it out.
Yeah. But I've also heard in the broadcast where it's like, if you get a couple wrong, don't give up on it as a player. I mean, they might have to rope you in and be told, all right, maybe you don't have free reign to use the challenge. But I think it's going to certainly help. I don't know that it's impacted the Yankee pitchers through the first week, but certainly I've seen more of a positive impact for our hitters.
Yeah, the only thing I've seen with the pitchers is that I don't think the pitchers are calling anything. I think they're leaving it up to the who's ever catching, Wells or Escara.
Yeah. I mean, and I saw highlights of who's the Kansas City catcher, the older guy.
I don't know. Go ahead. Tell the story.
Well, he was Salvador Perez. There you go. Highlights this week of him, like, on multiple consecutive pitches, tapping his helmet and getting them right, where the umpire is just like, what are you calling? And not the egregious, not these were like, how did you call this a ball? Right? Or not call it a strike. And it's just like, that T-Mobile zone, boop, boop, lights up pink.
Yeah.
So he's just like, just tap the helmet.
You know what I noticed the Marlin catcher doing today? When they make fun, like the catcher, like try stuff, like frame it like he catches it up here, but like, catch it and bring the glove down, or the slow and bring the glove up. I'm like, do you honestly think that's going to work anymore? If the ball is down low and you're bringing your glove up and the umpire calls it a strike, the hitter's going to say, no, it's not. I'm going to tap my helmet. Like, the catcher, stop doing that crap.
No, here's where that's still a valuable skill. And I don't know if I heard it today or I heard it earlier in the week, that you get a team that blows through their two challenges, then the art of framing is still relevant.
Well, after that, but in the
because
beginning,
then it can't be challenged. So I think framing is still an art.
The Marlin catcher today was ridiculous. The way he was like pulling pitches up and down and left and right. I don't remember seeing a catcher be so obvious with pulling balls in and trying to make them look like strikes. It was ridiculous what he was doing. I want to say,
the other thing I learned,
Little League catcher.
The other thing I learned from today's broadcast, specifically about the Marlins organization, they call all the pitches from the dugout.
Yeah.
Their catchers don't call the game.
Yeah.
Which I thought was interesting at that level.
Yeah. So that's just catcher is inexperienced.
That's true. They do have most of their team is inexperienced.
Which is what they said about the manager of the Giants, that he came from college and they thought, they'd be calling everything for him, but they decided against it and they're letting him call the game.
Yeah. All right. Let's take a look at the Yankee schedule for the coming week. Obviously, we win the home opener today, and the Yankees will continue a 3-game series against the Marlins. So they will play, as we're recording this, tomorrow, Saturday, or later today, Saturday, when you're listening to this. 7:05, it's calendar night at the stadium. Sunday against the Marlins, 1:35. Who is pitching the rest of this series?
What do you got? Tomorrow's Weathers and Sunday is Fried.
There you go. Off day on Monday. And then they will host the Athletics, 7:05 on Tuesday and Wednesday.
That'll be.
And a getaway day on Thursday. And then they will be off to Tampa to play at the Trop.
Trop is back.
The Trop is back. So they got the Marlins, the A's, and when we record next week, they will be in Tampa Bay for the Rays.
So the Tuesday, Wednesday will be Schlittler and Warren.
Yes. And Warren looked good today, too.
Yeah.
So he didn't factor into his first game, but obviously was a big part of today's W.
No, hey, they're doing fine.
Yeah. Life is good. Let's have a solid April.
Yep.
Because you know what? Maybe this is the season where you get off to a hot start, and maybe there is no cold spell this summer. So maybe they play great baseball all season. That's why we are fans.
Maybe.
That's how you get to something special. Win games, win series.
What's the old saying? We play today, we win today.
Yes, thank you, Mariano Duncan. All right, we have a new trivia question for you today, and you and I were talking before we hit record. So we're going to go with this awesome question. Who holds the Major League record for first inning home runs? Who holds the Major League record for first inning home runs in a season?
Well, maybe since this is a Yankee podcast, you should rephrase it. Which Yankee holds the Major League record for first inning home runs in a season?
That's a great question. Send us your answers. You can text the Padre. You can text me. And if you don't know us like that, chasefor28.com/voicemail, or you can send an email, feedback@chasefor28.com. And we want to take a minute here before the end of the show to thank SeatGeek for powering the Chase for 28 podcast. Want to get Yankee tickets this season? Use the SeatGeek app. It's a fantastic app. Go to chasefor28.com/SeatGeek and use our promo code CHASE428 on your first order, and you will save $20. Thank you to SeatGeek for powering the Chase for 28 podcast. All right. As I said earlier in this episode of the show, I have a super huge, super fun announcement to make here on the podcast. I got another job.
Oh, good. I got a new partner.
No, you don't have a new partner. So, Yankee fans, let's see. I'll just rip the Band-Aid off. I am going to be the voice of, which means I'm going to be the public address announcer for the Staten Island Ferry Hawks in 2026. So, if you're in the New York area and you want to come out and see some great minor league baseball and say, wait a second, that voice sounds awfully familiar, come out to Staten Island University Community Park. I'll be there all summer. Thanks. Appreciate it. Thanks for clapping.
When's the first game?
Opening weekend is April 24th, 25th, and 26th.
Okay. That's all, folks.
Thanks. Very excited. Lifelong dream of mine to be a public address announcer on a professional level. So, yeah.
What do you want? People to start calling in now?
Sure, whatever it takes. Whatever. I don't know. I'm going to have a fun summer.
Yeah.
I showed you a picture of the view I'm going to have.
Yeah. Are you going to announce the games like Kermit the Frog? Share the laughter.
Hey-oh. Welcome to the game.
Anyway, no, I'm going to have a good time. So come out, watch the baseball. It'll be fun.
Well, always is. They always got a lot of fun things going on during it.
Yeah, you know what they told me? Chris, we need you to be a character. So Let's go. Let's have some fun.
I think the Muppets are copyrighted.
I could do other stuff.
Yeah, don't I know it?
No, I'm not going that far. Yeah, it'll be fun. So very excited for this opportunity. And let's be honest, it's one step closer to the ultimate goal. Watch out, Paul Olden. I'm coming for you.
So what happens
Could you
on
imagine
Friday
one day
night
if
when
it's
you're doing a game there to the podcast?
Then we might be recording on a Saturday morning. But I mean, their schedule, don't worry. There'll still be a podcast. Do not worry. Do not fret. We'll be here all summer.
Well, you could see me right now. Look how worried I look.
I know. So worried. All right. Anything else, Pop?
Nope. That's that. Sit back and enjoy it.
Yep. Sit back, enjoy, and we will be back next week. If you want to get us your thoughts on Yankee baseball, send us those emails, send us those voicemails, and get them to us by 6 o'clock on a Friday night. And then we'll have them to use in a recording. So that's it for this episode. Thank you for listening. Share this with another Yankee fan. Put it out on social media. Tag us. And we'll be back next week. Let's go, Yankees.